everybody. Another whispered ASMR ramble about my day, a few things, a few kind of developments in my life. Good news, and I'm not sure if people have heard me talking about wanting to get into painting. Not like painting like art-wise, but basically construction painting. I have a little bit of experience with it because at one of my jobs I do the puttying and sanding and the spot painting of the walls when like art comes down and things like that. So I touched up my resume, I put it out there, and I caught a fish, so to speak, with someone actually called and offered me a job basically, which is sick. I didn't expect it, and I didn't expect it to actually be like the hours and like the basically what I wanted. Because I have one job where I'm basically kind of contracting, but like I'm under employment with them. It's not like the difference pay wise, like the insurance is under them, so they're an employer, but I show up, I kind of do my thing like a contractor and leave. The other job is just kind of normal employment. It's like a night job. So this job, they offer part-time. It's kind of casual. They'll offer me hours, and it'll fill in the couple days that I'm not working, or hopefully, at least that's the idea if it works out. A little bit suspicious, but I don't need to be. I hope, but because he said he's paying in cash, which is fine. Like I'll do it by the books, obviously. Like I'll deduct my taxes and whatever from it. I'm gonna have to look into how to do that, which is a bit annoying. But he says like it's like a new company, so he'll eventually have a payroll or whatever. But the kind of suspicious thing is like these guys, like they could like not pay you technically, but like not, it'd be illegal, and then you could take them to small claims court or whatever. But sometimes like my paranoia goes off like a red flag, like it's too good to be true or whatever. But he seemed honest on the phone. It was a phone interview. I didn't meet him in person yet. And something that's kind of cool is like they're painting industrial building interiors with like a spray painter. I guess it's going to be like an air compressor or spray painter, like how they do automobiles. Never done that before, and I'll get trained on that, so I learn a new skill, which is kind of part of why I wanted to do this, is to learn a new skill. And I've already done the paintbrush and the roller, so the spray painter I've never done before. Says they'll have me practice on like plywood or whatever, so I mean, yeah, let's go, let's do it. They offered $30 an hour, which is absurd. That's quite high, and don't tell them I said that though. But yeah, that's actually a good salary. I'm pretty happy with that. So he's out of town. Says he'll call me in a week or something when he's back in town, and we'll meet up and spray the plywood and see if I'm decent at it or whatever, basically. I mean, technically another thing that could go wrong here is I spray the plywood and it's shit, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and they say, okay, we'll hire someone else. So I mean, like, I technically don't have the job, but I have it like, I don't know, it seems like I have it like halfway in the bag at least, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I did my lawn care job today, which is pretty cool, as well. I'm saying pretty cool a lot, but I'm kind of happy today, and I wasn't happy yesterday. It's kind of been, it's been a good day, but the phone call was probably like the phone interview was one of the highlights of the day. Obviously, another highlight of the day is I went to a pub and I had a big steak. I don't drink, I had water, but I had a big steak. Sometimes, maybe like once a month after a long day, I do the steak. Just because I want to treat myself a little bit. I'm very frugal. I'm kind of, I was gonna say cheap, but like, cheap kind of applies to like spending on other people and gifts, which, like, I'm just looking after myself and being cheap with myself, like with, like, eating out. I'm not really gonna go to a restaurant when I don't have that much money coming in, but once a month, like, I can afford once a month at a cheaper place, so that was nice as well. I went to the library to see, like, kind of who was there playing the chess. No one I knew. I didn't participate, but I read some history magazine. Well, not magazines, but like, I guess magazines. It's History Today or History Now. I think it's History Now, which is a magazine, but it's kind of shaped more like a book, and it has like a cardboardy cover. It's not like a traditional looking magazine. And I read some stuff about the Battle of Stalingrad, and there wasn't really anything I didn't know. If anyone's a history buff, why the Soviets fought so hard in the Battle of Stalingrad was the Nazis were doing ethnic cleansing. They weren't taking prisoners of war, they were just killing people. They were putting them in barns and burning them. Turning point of World War II, the Soviets went to Berlin, and that's it. That's history. I don't really even know why this article was there, because it was just, well, I guess for people that don't know, I guess I'm saying that because I already knew it, and I was kind of looking for like some more in-depth like insight of it. Another article in there was the assassination of Caesar. I think I got three of these magazines out from different months or whatever, and the assassination of Caesar one, I didn't really learn anything new either. I kind of already knew that. Then the other one had a little bit of biblical stuff and like a side note, like I think it was an op-ed or something. And it kind of was about Jesus and Judas. And it was kind of made me like think like what was the motive of Judas to betray Jesus in the Bible? So I googled that, and there's different explanations. It seems like there's a bit of a debate on that, which I'm sure people can argue that in the comments if they're religious. But I don't want to cause arguments in a relaxing ASMR video, but I think most said just greed, that it was the silver from the Romans. Some say that Judas was wanting a strong Roman state, and he saw Jesus as going to betray the Roman state, and then there's others that said he was possessed by Satan. So I guess different sects and denominations of different faiths have different interpretations on it. But yeah, so those were the three things that I read in these History Now magazines. I had the painting phone interview, which was really sick. I did the lawns, I had the steak. I didn't go to the gym today, I wanted to. Usually I do go to the gym on Thursday, but I had this phone interview and I didn't want to miss it. Didn't want to go to the gym and have my phone in the gym locker when he calls and miss the opportunity, so I skipped the gym for the phone interview today, which the phone interview made me happy, and it's a great opportunity, so that's great. But I like the gym too, so I mean, it's a bit of a crossroads, but not a hard decision. I'll just go to the gym tomorrow and make up for it. If I have to do 2 workouts tomorrow instead of the one, I guess I can do that. A little bit rainy this week. Rainy. It's not summer yet, but I was gonna say rainy start to the summer, but I guess it's rainy end of spring, basically. Mom's birthday is coming up soon. I've said that probably over the past like 2 weeks. Mom's birthday coming up soon, but it's getting there. It's getting sooner every time. And I think I keep bringing it up because I look straight ahead of me on my desk here, and my mom's birthday gift is right there in this bag with the blue paper coming out of the top. I got her a books and some gift cards, and I'm also going to split the money with my sisters to get like nice earrings with her, and then obviously that's going to be split amongst the siblings, and I'm going to get some balloons and some balloons and some ice cream cake. Now I'm thinking in my head, like, will I get to make the mom's birthday if I'm working this other job? But I guess like I can say like I need this one day off because I gotta make my mom's birthday. Like you can't just be throwing family to the side. Like you gotta take the time to be a good son or whatever, and not ditch your mom on her birthday. So what will I do now? I might ask myself. I think I'm gonna watch a movie today. I don't know if I've said it in a past video, but I just watched this Russian film called Leviathan. I have said this, but I'll add a bit new to it. Which was based on like that guy in the U.S. in like 2004 or something. He welded sheets to a bulldozer and went on like a rampage or something. But this was no bulldozer. It's just kind of like the build up to it in a Russian Siberian town, and it was just it was so bleak and everything. But I watched another one by the same director. I believe it was called Maria, or no, Elena. I think it was Elena, something like that, about a woman who came from essentially the projects. Like in the Soviet Union, they had these apartment buildings that were just mass produced and built, kind of like how they have in North Korea, that are similar to housing projects in the Americas. And she was in there, kind of government assisted type housing, subsidized housing, whatever, kind of food stamp type redneck living. Gopnik is the term there. And she was a nurse, and she met a wealthy man and lived with him for 10 years. And then her son has like 3 kids, and then one of his kids has kids and grandkids. So there's like this family of like 6-7 people living in her kind of subsidized housing thing, and she's kind of taking some of his money, giving it to her son. Her son doesn't work. It's kind of like this it's like a narrative of like wealth excess and versus freeloading. Like kind of it showed the negatives of both, and it showed the positives of both too, because it showed one side had like more family connections and one was a bit more cold and a little bit more distant. So like there's pros and cons, and it kind of contrasted both of those environments of the social classes, which is really relevant in today's times. I think it's always been relevant. Probably class struggle and poverty and income equality and all these things have been around probably for like 100,000 years since we've developed consciousness or whatever. So anyways, it was about that. It had a kind of an open ending to it. I'm not going to give away the whole plot. It was in subtitles. It was because it was a Russian movie, and I really enjoyed it. I forget the director's name, but I've seen these 2 movies of his. Intricate plots, and I think he has 2 more. He has at least 4 movies, maybe 5 or 6, but at least 2 more that I want to see. So I might get to it tonight. I might not get to it tonight. If I don't tonight, I will tomorrow. I've been listening to like some philosophy lectures on YouTube as well. I could do that. I don't like to sit around and listen to the lecture. When I'm doing it, I kind of like to either zone out and just play like an Xbox game, or just kind of, if it's at the end of the night, I can kind of like, I'm getting tired, I can kind of stay still enough to listen to some when I'm getting sleepier. But what I don't like about that is I fall asleep halfway through, and it's kind of like important to me, and then I don't really catch any of it, and then like it keeps playing because it's in my watch later playlist, and then it goes down and it burns like 10 of them, and like I have like 5 hours or something of these things that are playing when I'm sleeping, and like I can hear them in my dreams, and it's kind of disturbs my sleep when I do that. So I don't like doing it for those reasons, but it's kind of the only time I've had over the last couple weeks to do it, is like before bed like that. So yeah, that was my day. It was a good day. I don't really have anything bad to say about the day. I hope that everyone listening to this is having a good day of their own. And if you're not, stick in there, because the good days do come. It can be a sea of black, and then one day there's just like, what are those called? The lighthouse. The lighthouse will be there. And you'll be like, yay, the lighthouse. And then you'll go in the lighthouse, and there's going to be all kinds of cool stuff in there, and then you're just going to get to vibe. And that was kind of my day today. My day was like a lighthouse vibe day, if that makes sense to anybody. So it was pretty good. A lot of new subscribers coming in. I'm doing more of these videos, obviously, because you're seeing them. I haven't done a talk video in like a week, maybe a week and a half. I'll still do some, but I did that poll that says most people want the ASMR videos. Some say both. The lowest amount was actually for the nature videos, which was one of the biggest things that I wanted to do on this channel, is I wanted just to kind of have this like as a videography channel, and I didn't want to really show myself in the videos. I just wanted to show like wildlife and dogs and creeks and stuff, but I'll still do those in the nature shorts and whatnot. But it seems like the audience, like you guys, want to see more of the ASMR, and I'll still get around to doing the talk videos as well. There's a lot of reflections that I'm still doing day to day about my life, and I kind of want to get them out. So I can do those in a whisper video, or I can do that in just a standard talk video, or both, which I am doing. I seem to kind of, sometimes it feels like I should talk about something in a normal voice. Sometimes it just seems like I could ramble and whisper a little bit, and it might help people relax and kind of tone down for the day, or if they want to zone out and like do the dishes when they listen to this, or whatever they're using it for. That's all fine. I think I'm going to wrap this video up in 2 minutes. We're at 18 minutes right now. I'm going to get to about 20, I think. I guess in closing, I might go over 20 actually, because I forgot one story about my day. Is there's that homeless woman that was coming into my work, and she saw me on the street, and then my neighbor actually walked by, and because I was talking to her, then my neighbor walks by and says, oh, there's this like downtown like farmers market thing going on. It's going on until 9 or whatever, and then so, oh yeah, cool, I'll check that out, thanks. So then the homeless woman's like, well, are you going to that? And I said, yeah, I guess so. And then we both went. So I was hanging out with her at the farmer's market for maybe an hour or so, and I think she has some mental health issues, which is sad, because she was talking about a guy, and like, I don't think he exists, because usually I wouldn't jump to a conclusion like that, but he was saying that like this guy was at my work basically, and I'm at my work, and I've never seen a guy with her. So she is imagining, or with a delusion or some kind of hallucination, imagining some sort of guy that's basically plaguing her life and keeping her down, but I don't think this guy actually exists in reality. And I'm not sure how you tell that to a person, because if you tell that to a person, like, hey, I think some of this sounds like schizophrenia, like, would that jolt them into getting help? or would they double down on the delusion or the hallucination and then find new ways to rationalize it and fight against the grain and just kind of double down on it? And I think it would be the doubling down. Unfortunately, I think it could be that way, and I'm not like an actual, like a certified person to deal with this, obviously, which she would probably need, but I think if she's socializing enough with people, like, in daily life, I think that will help get her out of it. But I think the problem with that is it does fit a narrative of, like, a guy keeping a woman down, and she's down on her luck, and she's trying hard, and she's, like, designing these things on her computer, so, like, looks like she's doing well, and she's just been kept down, and she is doing relatively, I don't know, well, she's doing better than other homeless people for sure, but if she's imagining this guy, and then she's kind of, like, telling people about this guy that doesn't exist, and they're saying, and giving her advice about this guy that doesn't exist, it's going to reinforce this, and they are probably going to see that she's trying, and they'll see that she has a work ethic, which she does, and she should be proud of that, but they'll see that, and then take it as like a reference to her sanity, and that this guy exists, and I think it could be a mess there. And I'm not sure if she's using this guy as like for lack of better words, a ploy to get like charity. And I don't think that's a smart move if that's what she's doing, because I think people should be charitable as is, which I guess they're not, but to have a ploy to get charity, you're eventually going to work that into your psyche, and that's going to become who you are. And if that's what you're doing, and you're using like a ploy of this imaginary figure, and then people are giving you advice for it, it's actually going to feed into like your actual thought process, and this person's going to become real to you. So I'm not sure if she's doing it for like the charity thing. I'm not sure if she's been traumatized, and there is somebody that she's seen, and that's who this man is to her. She's blaming this guy that maybe she just walked by one day, or if it's something like actual textbook schizophrenia where she's hallucinating somebody who isn't there. I'm not sure which it is, if it's like a minor delusion, if there's like half truth to it, if it's full-blown schizophrenia, but it doesn't seem like this guy's real, because she's said that he was at my work, and I've never seen him. Like, she's always came alone. And I'm not sure what I would say to her, or how to even approach that. And I don't think there is, unfortunately, many things that are in her world that helps people that are lost psychologically like that. I don't feel medications really work that well. I don't find even, I don't know, I feel like she should be talking to somebody, but she is out in the community socializing with people that hopefully are helpful and healthy and can guide her in the right direction. But when you're experiencing homelessness like this, and you're on the street, I mean, you're getting broke down more and more every day. You're seeing harsh things, you're fighting for scraps, you're collecting bottles, like your psyche is going to take a toll. So I mean, she's probably getting worse off, not better off every day. So I don't know, I really fucking ended this with a depressing note. My god, I'm sorry guys. But anyways, most people won't be here until this part of the video. Anyways, if you are, thank you for sticking it out to the end. I know I have maybe 5 or 6 people that stick it out to the end on each of these videos, and then I have maybe like 20 or 30 that make it almost to the end, and then most only stay for like the first 4 minutes, which is fine. If somebody's doing like the scrolling and clicking on all the videos, and not staying on one, I mean, I would prefer if you stayed on my video. Obviously, it would help me out, and I think it might help you out too, because I have that scrolling addiction too, and if you keep going one to the other, one to the other, one to the other, you're gonna fry your attention span worse than it even is already. I've suffered that, and my memories went down too because of that, I think. So I'm trying to have a longer form video that I'm posting, both because I want more, I have more things to say, I want higher retention, and I'm personally trying to watch longer form videos on YouTube rather than the short 1 or 2 minute videos. I'm actually listening to like things that, like a long form video on YouTube. Like I'm listening to like 2-hour videos now on YouTube, and I'm trying to listen to them when I'm doing something. So I'm not just kind of watching it, but I'm listening to it in the background, and I'm doing something else when I'm doing that. So I'm multitasking, and then most of the things I listen to personally are kind of philosophy type stuff. But I mean, everyone has different things. Some people listen to like gaming things. Some people listen to these different like how-tos, or these some people listen to courses or podcasts or ASMR, like what I'm doing now. I do listen to all of these things at different times, but typically my main thing I listen to is kind of like a psychology and philosophy type content in longer forms. Anyways, so this is 27 minutes. I'm going to end it now. I hope everyone's having a good day. Take time out for yourself. Make sure you're drinking water, staying hydrated, getting your sleep. Take time for family. Say some good things to some people. Be nice, have a smile. There's a lot of bitter people out there. Don't be bitter. Try to elevate people. Try to elevate yourself. And as always, thanks everybody for tuning in. Love all you guys. God bless. And stay climbing the ladder to a higher self, a higher you. And take time to relax, lay down, take care of yourself. Alright, peace out.